So today we're going to be stripping. That's the paint, not us. So this is a bottom sash. Yeah. Once we're finished, it'll look something like that, and we use a stripper. Those are the sanding discs, and then in here are all the sanders. So what I'll do is I'm going to take them out one by one and explain what we do. I'm going to run this continually. This is a Metabo stripper for taking off the paint. Basically, it's a rotary plane. Those are the little planing discs, and surprisingly, you don't use a lot of them. So that's the first machine that we use. Then we take off the very, very rough stuff with basically an angle grinder with a 115mm rubber disc and 24 grit paper. Then we go to the Metabo sander, which has got a hood on it. This is 125, and the papers, we start at 80 and work down or work up, whichever way you want it, to 120 or even 240, depending on the surface finish. And then to finish off everything, we go down the bottom, and this is the fine sander. That is an orbital sander. That is an orbital sander, so it goes round and round and round and round and round. This one is, I've forgotten the name of it now, but it basically is a sander which has a fast rotating disc, and it also goes over to fine. Once my brain's in gear, I'll remember what the names of them are. So that's what we use, and that is what the sash looks like now. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through the whole process so that you can see exactly how we do it. This should take about half an hour to get the window up to the sash rather, up to the standard that we can start working. Right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to strip the paint off of this. There's about 100 years of paint on here. So there's probably upwards of 30 coats of paint on. Nobody's ever bothered to strip it back, so it's a very difficult and messy job. So we use the stripper first. This is from Metabo. Very, very good, very, very good stripper. To be honest, my one complaint about tool manufacturers is that they won't standardise the outlets. They have to be greedy and make sure that none of the things are the same size. I don't understand it other than it's pure and utter greed. So that's my rant for the day. I'll have more later on. So first of all, let's take the paint off. pass. That gets off most of the rough sanding. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a 24 grit paper and we're going to go over it again. Now it is important just to press lightly, let the machine do the work. Don't try and scrape it off manually by pressing down hard. So now for the little bits, we use the rough, what we call a rough sander. Basically, it's a small angle grinder with a rubber pad. Now we do the top and bottom. Now we're coming from the rough sander back to what we call the medium sander. I put an 80 grit on there, and at all times you have to remember to press lightly, don't force it. And we'll just put the vacuum on. So you can see how long the sanding discs last. Not very long at all. Then we put on a 120 and slow the machine down. Again, only light pressure should barely, you're basically skirting over the wood. If you don't do it lightly, you destroy the fabric of the wood, bugger up the machine. That's with me, as you can see, that one will last a lot longer. Now we come over to the fine sander. Yeah. So we put it onto random orbital first. Then you flip it over to fine. Comes the trade secret. This now is virtually paint ready, but we use a bit of cardboard and that's now super smooth. that's all there is to it. That took about 20 minutes. Okay, so we've now got the sashes, or this sash, back to a reasonable state. There's still a little bit more work to be done, but not a lot. The sanding process actually makes the putties break away easier than they would otherwise do. It must be the vibration or whatever it is, but that's what it is. So what we're going to do now is deglaze these. Yeah, and once we've deglazed them, then we'll carry on with the rest of the work.